Hello, Internet. Hello, hello. As always, the countdown timer is about to come on. If you're watching this as a rerun, go ahead and skip the countdown timer that's about to show up. I leave this section in the video so the live chat replay will happen and automatic closed captions will happen. That's better for you. So we'll get that going. And as always, I'll have a hot mic. Happy Festivus, everyone. The airing of grievances will soon begin. All right, we'll get things started here. Get some audio jams going too. And I'll have a hot mic. People are starting to come in the chat. Welcome. It's me, Alan Tortoise. Welcome. Brenda G's Designs is here. Harneal Media, Maple Tree Studios. A few others. Get them in here. As a reminder, I have complimentary virtual tacos. Just type !taco in the chat. Just put that single phrase in there, no space, !taco, and you will receive a free taco from the Stream Elements bot, which I'm unable to rename. It has to stay Stream Elements bot for now. Anna B Workshops here. Hello and welcome. Happy Festivus.
Welcome to All Things YouTube. Your host, Matt Haas, will be here soon. While you're waiting, here are 4 things you can do. 1. Get to know others in the chat room. Make friends. Don't be shy. Only awesome people like yourself are allowed in here. 2. Share this show. Hey, your friends also need to up their YouTube game. 3. Like and join this show's Facebook page and group. They're both great resources. Finally, slap a big ol' like on this video. That really helps. Matt will be here soon.
All right. Brian Dawson Channels here. Welcome. Says Merry Christmas. Right back at you. Merry Christmas and Happy Festivus. Oh, I apologize. I believe it's !taco singular. Try that. So !taco. Type that in the chat with the exclamation mark first, and you will receive a free virtual taco. There we go. Now it's working. I love it. I love it. I love it. The background music is royalty free, totally free for anyone on the interwebs to use. Go to amplitunes.com if you want to grab some high quality, royalty free, zero cost music from Mr. Zach Herberholtz. Good friend of mine. Free stuff. Free's good this time of year. Believe me, it is. Yeah. Whoopsie. Ham dinner. You guys crack me up. The dollar, the exclamation mark Festivus command is now active. Go ahead and give that a try. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Internet. Happy Festivus. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. I am glad you're here. You know me. I am Matt Haas. This is the All Things YouTube show, the show where I break down what's happening on YouTube and not only tell you, but show you. And I also tell you how to be awesome on YouTube. Yes, I do. Who do we have in the house today? It's me, Alan Tortoise. Welcome. Harneal Media, Bryson Dawson Channel, Brenda G's Designs, Anna B Workshop, Maple Tree Workshop, and a few others are piling in. This is the Festivus show. We will be having the inaugural airing of grievances. Bob Lee's Workshop and Other Things is here. You know I love those long YouTube names. Right there. That's just a tactic. Make sure the name's nice and long so when the host says it, it takes up a lot of airtime. Good to have you here, Bob. Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus. Oh, my goodness. There's a few things going on the YouTubes. I'm going to tell you about them. But do want to welcome everyone here to the show. Hey, do you know, I have a Facebook page and group. Search these terms on Facebook, and you'll land on the All Things YouTube properties there. You have the page you can like and a group you can join. Yes, you can learn how to be awesome on YouTube through the group. Ask questions. I will answer them personally, or some of the very smart people in that group will answer them. That's there for you, and it's free. Free stuff. Hey, speaking of free, you can drop a like on this. That would help me out. That helps the channel, and it's free for you to do as well. Awesome. Remember, if you put exclamation mark taco in the chat, you will be rewarded with a free virtual taco. That's compliments of me. And one of my Festivus gifts to you. You can also type exclamation mark Festivus in the chat as well. So that should be fun as well. All right, making sure I'm keeping up with everybody here. Yes. Hey, now. Show you something over here on the interwebs. This is my website, All Things YouTube. This is another channel I have, but I have ways you can support me. Click on the support link. You'll see my donation links, affiliate shopping. You can buy a shirt, PayPal, or send me stuff through the postal mail. awesomewiththings.com/support. Thing always plays twice, doesn't it? Isn't that fun? Yes. I have a Patreon. Again, the Patreon is branded under Awesome Wood Things, but it does support All Things YouTube. I appreciate my Patreon supporters. Let's take a look. We got some top supporters. Jerry Brown from Polly Once Crafter, Portal Woodworks, and Osprey Mama. Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs, and Harneal Media. Thank you for your top patron support. $1 patrons, we have Shane's Hobby Shop, Miter Mike's Wood Shop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Javi's Wood Shop, Marcel's Workshop, JP Woodwork, The Mad Maker, and Mr. Mike Laffey from Maybe I've Said Too Much. That's a podcast. Find out more at maybeI'vesaidtoomuch.com. Special thanks to Makers Media Network. I am a proud member of Makers Media Network. Find out more, makersmedianetwork.com. Hashtag not sponsored. I have 0 sponsors against all of my YouTube properties. Everything I tell you because I want to. Yes. Corkboard TV is in the house. He says better late than never. I'm glad you are here, Corkboard TV. Check it out. Isn't that sexy? Thank you for my Corkboard TV sticker. Nice and big. Look at that. It's the size of my face. I like things that are big. Thank you again for that. All right. If you want to send me stickers, I have a way for you to do that. There's my address. Go ahead and send me stuff. If you want a sticker, just let me know. Even if you don't have a sticker and you still want one, say, hey, Matt, I'll take one of your Awesome Wood Things stickers and I will mail it to you. You don't have to give me anything. That's the way it works around here. You know what I do on Thursday, don't you? It's Mind Equals Blown. Yes, Brenda G's Designs is in the chat, and she is also the co-host of the Mind Equals Blown show. This is on her channel, Brenda G's Designs. Tune in Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a show about shenanigans. We ask for interesting facts. If you blow our mind, we give you free virtual tacos and cowbell rings. We give facts as well. It's a support stream. You can grow your channel, find new friends. It's blowing up, baby. It's blowing up. People hang on every word because when Brenda and I get together, oh boy, you never know where it's going to go. Thursday, 7 p.m. We don't have a link for you, but let me put her channel link in the chat and you can go over there and click the set reminder button and then come right back. Don't abandon this show. That's why I don't add odd facts, says Corkboard TV. Oh no, Brenda says she's going to ask me a question that I have never asked him before. Even more reason for you to tune in. Getting kind of hot in here. I'm going to take off my Christmas hat. It's kind of conflicting with Festivus a little bit, but I think that'll be fun. Hey, after the news, I want to show you. We can play a game if you want. I have the naughty and nice list sign, and you can randomly pick a check mark, and then the check mark will only stick to one of the boxes. And since this is magically connected to Santa's workshop, we can find out if you are on the naughty or nice list. So we'll play that game a little bit later. So find out where you're at because, you know, it's Christmas Eve. You still have time, if you're on the naughty list, to flip it over to the nice list. So we'll have you write nice list in the chat with a 1 or a 2, and I will randomly pick a check mark. And again, 1 check mark only goes to nice, and 1 check mark only goes to naughty. And since I'll randomize it, it could be anything. I think that'll be a fun game we can play later. Santa don't even know I exist. Now, come on. I talked to Santa. He knows all about you. You've been wreaking havoc on his database skills because he keeps thinking you're going to be on the nice list, and you never quite seem to make it there, Brenda. Corkboard says he's definitely naughty, doesn't have to play. Portal Woodworks is here. He says, I don't play games. Okay. That's all good. All good. Well, let's jump into a quick news segment, and then we'll get to the airing of grievances. All right, so let's talk about the news. There is some actual news here today. So on YouTube Studio, let's go to YouTube Studio here. Brenda G's Designs. Let me get off of that channel. Oh, my. Abandoned ship. Jim Dockrell's here. Hi, Jim. It's soon time for the airing of grievances, and for some reason, I think you will like that segment. I just have a hunch. So playlists. Look what they did on playlists. See the search box up here? That search box, I don't believe was there. They added that. Now, this is for people who have tons and tons and tons of playlists, which you should have many. That's a good YouTube tactic. So if you don't want to scroll through your list, now I only have 4, but imagine I had 104. You could just start typing, and then you'll get a search result, grow an audience. So that's a big help to some people. That was a big pain in the butt. It didn't exist. And now it does exist. So there you go. That's the first news snippet of the day. A couple more. They also mentioned that the new upload flow. So when you go create, you've got upload video. And then you've got this new interface where things gray out. And now they have upload with classic. Don't choose upload with classic. This is now the default, and the new snippet is they're going to add multiple uploads. See here, you can only upload one at a time, which is fine. Like select file, it's not plural, but they're soon going to remedy that and give you the ability to upload. I don't know why you would want to upload multiple ones. Jim says, I have a grievance. Okay, we're going to get to that segment in a second. Couple more things here. Here's some good news. The new policy that copyright holders can no longer claim short audio clips has resulted in an 80% drop in manual copyright claims. An 80% drop in manual copyright claims. That's good news. Good news for creators. Definitely not a grievance. You can see how many subscribers resulted from a story that you've posted. Now, stories is a feature you need a pretty high subscriber count to get. I don't have it on any of my channels. But as of November 24th, 2019, you can now get data for how many subscribers occurred because of one of your stories. And the last thing is, if you have the merchandise shelf, you need 30,000 subscribers to have the merchandise shelf. But if you have a merchandise shelf and you've populated it with merch from, who's the vendor? Teespring. If you've populated it with stuff from Teespring, and you put a Teespring link to an item in the description on your video page, they're going, instead of taking you out of YouTube and going to Teespring, they're going to pop up a little window with that merch in it. I know it's kind of confusing. They're just making the integration of merch a little bit better, and that's good for everyone. Steve Carmichael's here. Happy Festivus, Steve Carmichael. Welcome to the inaugural airing of grievances Festivus show here on All Things YouTube. Oh my goodness. I hope everyone is ready for the holidays. But today we are going to have the Festivus show. And my son returns at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to do the feats of strength. That's where the male head of household bare chest wrestles the oldest son, and Festivus is not over until the father gets pinned. Now, that will not be streamed live on the internet. Sorry, folks. If you're a patron, well, I'm streaming it to Patreon. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, my goodness. Oh. So, and now it's time for the airing of grievances. If you have a grievance, something that made you mad on YouTube, or something that users do on YouTube or social media, or the internet at large. Let's put the grievances in the chat, and I will call them out as we go. Know what Mom knows is in the house. That's Mrs. Shelley Cole. Welcome to the show. We lovingly refer to her as Mom in this community because she's kind of like a mom to us all. So welcome, Miss Shelley Cole. Happy Festivus to you. All right. So I'll start off with the airing of grievances. Well, I got a lot of problems with YouTube. Let me put on my Festivus hat. I got a lot of problems. Well, my big problems with the whole COPA thing, I think YouTube really didn't handle that well. Of course, the government's screaming down their back, and they did fight it for a year and a half or something like that, but they ended up settling all that money. That was that was 6 times more money than any other company ever paid the government for COPA, and it was just so happened to be the annual budget of the FEC. So that was a little bit annoying. One of my grievances for sure. And then the communication was just awful. Now, in hindsight, I don't think they had very much to share at first, but they did release a video last week, and it did clear up a lot of questions. It's still not ideal, but just the whole way it's handled, I think, was not good. What's this? Jim Dockrell says, I got a deposit to my account today from YouTube. That put a damper on my complaints. Oh, yeah. Getting paid by the YouTube. That's possible if you're in the YouTube Partner Program, which is also a grievance of mine because they made it a little bit more difficult without changing any policy. Now, you know, they recently did the 4,000 watch hours over the past year and 1,000 subscribers to be eligible. And they booted people out that didn't meet that. You should have kept people in that were grandfathered in. But I guess the reason they did it, they wanted to weed out people that weren't serious. So I guess in some level, I can kind of agree. I almost lost it because I did not meet the criteria. Now, they gave you a month and a half before they were pulling the trigger. And about a week before the month and a half deadline was up, I slipped it under the radar. I just happened to have a killer video. It's my top performing video of all time. The stars aligned, and I was in the program. So thankfully, I didn't lose my YouTube Partner Program. But my grievance is, now they're saying watch time only counts if it's a public view. So if you share a video that's unlisted to like a mailing list and people watch an unlisted video, because unlisted is a permission setting where it's still fully visible on the internet. You don't need to log in order to view it, but it's just not, it doesn't show up in search. It doesn't show up on your channel. It's effectively hidden. You have to have the direct link. So unlisted videos do not count towards the watch time to make you eligible for YPP, and they snuck that in. I don't like that. That's one of my grievances. Brenda G says, no deposits from YouTube to my account this month or last month or October or September. Yikes. All those heifer havens? They should be generating buckets of money. Your videos must be public, says Jim Dockrell. Correct. They must be public, and the watch time must occur when they're public. It's something that probably is always going to happen, but I just thought it was a little bit raw that they tweaked the meaning of watch time under the radar like that. Matt can't read. Uh-oh, did I read something wrong? Your videos must be public. That was my issue, too. I lost it, said Corkboard TV. Oh, no. I was very angry as I had money in the super chat. I still do. Oh, my goodness. It's harsh. That's harsh. Yeah. Now, the thing about YouTube is the AdSense that you're connected to, it's a separate system, and it's very rigid. Like, in order to get your money out after you've been booted from YPP. You have to close your AdSense account, and then you can never have an AdSense account again connected to the YouTube, to the Google user that shut down AdSense. It's very, very rigid, and I know people were fumbling through that and rightfully upset. So that's a big problem I have. Jim Dockrell, haha, must be Christmas. No, no L there, Matt. Oh, did I miss an L? Sorry. Yeah, I'm moving a mile a minute here. Oh well. It's the way it goes. The way it goes. The way it goes. What else don't I like about YouTube? The airing of grievances continues. That whole Carl Maza thing with Louder with Crowder kind of blew up. I didn't like the rabbit hole blog post that hit YouTube pretty hard, where someone made a claim that if you watch a tame video, they'll show you progressively worse videos and it'll radicalize you. It was a whole bunch of bunk. That kind of messed with things. Oh, there, Brenda's saying JKMN, no L, no L. Oh, JKLM. Yeah, another grievance I have is they're trying to change the ABC song. The A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. And it's the same cadence as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, if you've ever wondered. Someone had a problem with LMNOP. And so now it's LMNOP. I'm like, no, that's not how you sing the ABC song. That's happening on the internet. Happened in 2019. I got a lot of problems with that. Know what mom says. Know what mom knows says. I'm in the middle of making a blueberry cheesecake, Matt. So I am here. I will comment when I can. I will get in a car, and by the time I get there, that blueberry cheesecake will probably be ready, and then I will eat some of it, whether you want me to or not. How about that? What things have made you angry over the course of 2019 on YouTube or the interwebs? Here's something that makes me angry. So I'm surfing through Facebook, and like the alerts like this, where it says, just things that are going on. Sometimes people will post a link to their YouTube video in 12 different groups, all within a minute of each other. They'll just rapid fire. So when I go to look at my notifications list, it's a mix of people, just a whole bunch of different people. It will all be the same person. It'll be like, this person posted a video in Gatton CNC, in American Woodworkers, in Woodworkers and Makers on YouTube, on Makers on YouTube, on Woodworkers on YouTube, on We Like to Make Stuff, on I Like to Make Stuff. They'll take up every single slot when I go to look at my notifications. I got a problem with that. That's a grievance for sure. Hey, know what mom says? Know what mom knows says. I'm invited. All right. Give me that blueberry cheesecake. I don't even care if I'll break out in pimples the day after. I'll eat it. Not Just Sawdust is here. He says, hey, all. It's been a few months, but I'm back. Well, you're on the Airing of Grievances show, not Just Sawdust. And Javi's Woodshop is here. Evening all, he says. Second eggnog glass down. Oh, now see, Javi mentioned that he was at a party and he was drinking spiked eggnog, and just one really did a number on him. So glad you're here. Oh, he's editing his Gatton CNC project with cinnamon and rum. Nice. Dave Gatton's here. He says, Happy Festivus. Happy Festivus to you, Mr. Dave Gatton. Glad you're here. Hey, look at this. Does this look familiar? Or if anyone wants to know if they're on the naughty or nice list, write the phrase nice list in the chat with a 1 or 2, and I will randomize the check marks, which will only fit on one of the 2 check boxes. And this, since this is magically connected to Santa's database, you'll know in real time if you're on the naughty or nice list. So write nice list in the chat with a random 1 or a 2, and I'll randomize the check marks each time, and we'll see if you're on the nice list or the naughty list. Javi says, I have a legitimate complaint. Where's your Festivus poll? Right there. It's the pole that has the lights on it. It's an aluminum pole. The lights are in front of it, but that counts as my Festivus pole. Javi. Anna B. Workshop says, I do. Oh, Jim. Look at the stuff he writes. Let me approve that. It says, I don't have to ask. Santa is a blank, judgmental blank. Be nice. Be nice. His Festivus pole is under his desk. LOL. Hey, Brenda. Oh, the chat room. Oh, we got a grievance here. He says, Know What Mom Knows says, my grievance is I watch a video to make something, and when you get to the end, the video for them to show us, they show us, but with those end screen links, videos over the pic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, end screen elements that obscure critical details. That's tough. That's tough. I feel you. Oh, Studio Geek 32's in the house. Welcome back, Studio Geek. Happy Festivus. Good to have you here. Mark Lindsay CNC showed up. Hello, hello. He says, the only grievance I have is that I need to make coffee. Hey, speaking of coffee, look at this. The Haas coffee mug is back. Yes, I fell off the wagon. I had some stomach issues and I cut out coffee. And then once my stomach issues were solved, I continued to cut out coffee. I just, life isn't worth living without coffee, so I'm back on the coffee wagon. Know What Mom's Nose says, I hate that. Arg! Now see, as a YouTube tactic, it's good to provide actual value over the end screens. If your video ends and there's nothing of value on those last 20 seconds except the end screen elements, you're kind of hurting yourself because people will jump off. You want people to watch those last 20 seconds. You want them to watch your whole video. So ideally you have now, hopefully the content isn't like you're not talking with an end screen element over your face like this. Hopefully the end screen element's over there. But if you can find a way to have those end screen elements but still have content on the screen, that's the way to do it. Javi says, my grief with YouTube is the same as always. 1,300 subs and 2,600 hours per year and still no monetization. Not monetized. Not motivated to do better. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I feel your pain. It's like the bar is a little too high. I think you can still determine someone's a legitimate value to the community without reaching that high bar. It's a shame because I love Javi's content. Javi is very smart, wicked smart, and entertaining. To be smart and entertaining, that's a hard thing to do. And Javi, you've got that. And it's a shame you're not motivated to make more content because I'd be all over it like I am now. Mark has a comment, but you'll be sitting through commercials on TV, Jim? I don't know what that's about. Oh, Jim says, my complaint is I don't want to hear about Squarespace or mattresses or razor blades, etc. Yeah, Yeah, hashtag not sponsored here, baby. I have no sponsors. I am a free agent. Everything I tell you because I want to. So if I want to take a drink from my man crafting mug, cold and delicious. It doesn't melt. That ice was in there since this morning. And if I want to pop up a man crafting URL, mancraftingtm.com, remember, hashtag not sponsored. I should get in on that sponsored stuff. I'm probably like shooting myself in the foot by not having sponsors. Got a video of puns for you coming out tonight later. Oh my. Pulls. Got a video for got a video pulls full of fun for you, I think is what he's saying. What's the get? Exactly. Who's Javi? Oh, Anna B Workshop. It's called sponsorship. Why the hate for a brother making about... Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't mind people who have sponsors. I'm just saying I don't have any right now. Not that I never will. I welcome sponsors. And if you have a sponsor, hey, I dig it. I really do. No hate here. None whatsoever. I love that sponsorships can make creative people be creative on YouTube. I want YouTube to be awesome, and sponsorships are a part. I really mean that. I didn't mean to imply the other words. OJ Woodworking Crafts is here. Hello, OJ Woodworking Crafts. If you have grievances about YouTube or the internet or users on the internet, put your grievance in the chat and we will announce it. This is the airing of grievances on the inaugural airing of grievances on the All Things YouTube show. Back, miss me, question mark? LAMO says Corkboard TV. No, I meant Jim, Matt. I get Jim, but to me it's no different than a Geico ad. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, Mark. There's commercials on TV and there's sponsored spots, which feel like commercials on YouTube. Hey, nothing stays the same, folks. Nothing stays the same. YouTube used to be 10 minutes or less with no ads, no nothing. But, times change. The more something changes, the more it stays the same. The more something stays the same, the more it's different because everything changes around it. Shane's Hobby Shop is here. Hi, Shane's Hobby Shop. Are you on the naughty or nice list? Someone write nice list in the chat with a 1 or a 2, and I'll randomize the 2 check marks, and we'll put it on my magical sign. That is a Gatton CNC contest entry. I have a video on Awesome Wood Things, how I built this. So type nice list with a 1 or a 2 in the chat. And if you type !Festivus in the chat, you'll get a special message instantly. Mark Lindsay CNC says, they basically have a format they have to follow. Steve Ramsey was the last one I know of who was given full creative license in his ads. Then they stopped letting him do it. So he stopped doing sponsored ads. And you know what Steve Ramsey said about that? He mentioned that people skip the ads. And when people skip ads, that gives you less watch time and YouTube will promote your video less. So if you have a minute ad in a 6-minute video, that's a huge chunk of watch time you're not getting if people skip through it. And you're right. He used to do his own gripper ads. He has a push block for the table saw. He used to make it funny. That was entertaining. I never skipped those. But you're right. Now a lot of sponsors are like, all right, you need to mention it in the beginning. You need to say exactly this. You need to hit these points, and then you need to call it back. And at the end, it's changing the way that is. But I don't like it, but I do like that. It lets creative people be creative on YouTube, and I want YouTube to be better. So I get it. And I don't knock anyone for doing it. And I will do it sometimes. Hopefully, if I ever get a sponsor, #not sponsored. Right, Matt. It's the chance you take when you accept sponsorship. Plus, that ad always stays in the video and there are no royalties. That's a huge plus for sponsors. That thing lives in perpetuity on that video. So if that video happens to be evergreen, which is a term which means the video will always be relevant. Now, if you're talking about a current event news item, that's only going to be relevant for a week or two, and then no one's going to ever go back to it, except maybe for like historical purposes. Very rare. But if you're doing a video that will last forever, like how to build a shadow box, which I have on Awesome Wood Things, my second best video, people will go back to it. And if there's an ad on that, man, that's golden. Golden. OJ Woodworking Crafts put 5 tacos on there. Thank you. Tacos are now back on the menu since I've solved my medical issue. My very expensive medical issue. The bills are starting to roll in. I had to go to the emergency room. I'm fine. And I have health insurance, but I have thousands of dollars I have to pay for my medical emergency. But I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'll get through it. But I feel ya. Not just Sawdust has a grievance. My grievance would be channels that start out on an interesting subject in a way of a tutorial-like or craftsman-like videos and slowly become some kind of just talk to the camera channel. You know, I have that grievance too. I mean, the thing I try and do is provide maximum value. And I know that's a buzzword and kind of cliche, but if I'm showing you how to do something, I cut out all the fluff, put all the steps in there, and give it to you as fast as I can. I don't do things that slow down the pace. Like I don't say what I'm going to do, then do it, and then tell you what I just did. It's all smashed into one. And I think not just Sawdust, that's, I think, what you're hinting at with your, it feels like it's going to be a step-by-step video, and it turns out someone just yammering in front of the camera. I get you. I get you. Shaky cam on a talking head or a person standing there. If you have a handheld camera and you're not in motion, I click off. I will not watch your video. I cannot stand shaky cam if the subject is stationary. No, no, no. I don't like it. Yes, Studio Geek did exclamation mark taco. If you type that in there, you'll get rewarded with taco. And if you put exclamation mark Festivus, you'll get a special message there as well. Mark Lindsay says, went to the dentist today and the Novocaine is wearing off. Grr. Novocaine is something. I had something very nasty on my neck and they shot Novocaine in here. My whole ear was numb. Like right there, it traveled all the way up. The whole thing. It didn't get my tongue, but it was everywhere. I was like, that stuff is amazing. Little does Matt know, 5 years from now, someone will invent a shadow box building machine, thus rendering all shadow box instructional videos useless. Well, I've milked that video for all it's worth, let me tell you. That thing's been, a steady stream of multiple $1 bills a month. Without yammering at the camera, I have no channel. Oh, Mark. Think Mark's channel. Mark has invaluable, highly relevant, very sought after content for the niche that he's giving on his CNC based channel. And but Mark, if you reduced what you were trying to say by 10%, just if it took you, if it took you 100 seconds to say something, if you could just reduce that down to 90, you'd be unstoppable. Oh, Mom, know what Mom knows has a grievance. He says, when someone turns the camera the wrong way and records a video like that over and over and over again, grr. Did you see? There was an elderly man and his wife, and the guy had a it must have been a GoPro on a stick, but it was mounted backwards, and the GoPro doesn't have a LED screen. And he was in Vegas with his wife. Every video was shot looking back at him. He'd be like, "Wow," he says, "Look at the Eiffel Tower on the Paris Hotel and Casino," and it's just a video of looking at his face with the street behind him because he's standing in his window looking out his hotel room, and it's a picture of him with the bed in the background. Every video was shot. Oh, oh. Javi says, "Your ear was numb. I hear you, buddy." I don't know what that's talking about. Like they record their eyeball. Pro tip, play it back at 1.25 speed. That'll take care of that long video. Well, I mean, hey. OJ Woodworking Crafts dropped multiple thumbs up. Thank you. Yes, please give me some thumbs up if you would. I would appreciate that. They're free for you to do. It helps the channel. And I won't sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh. Yeah, don't like me some shaky cam. Yeah, do check out my channel. Got a new video on awesome wood things. It's doing good too. It's 3 out of 10. I'm thrilled. Because you know how that card over here, this latest postcard, yeah, on my other channel, I don't have all things, or I don't have awesome wood things up. Anyway, it's 3 out of 10. I'm really pretty happy about that. People like CNC stuff, which is good. I'm building a CNC. Hey, I have a CNC question for some people then later. I won't bore you with it here. Well, I think I'll just say it. I'm building a CNC machine, and I think my plan is to build a table for it, or a bench for it, and then put the CNC machine on the bench. I think some people build the bench right into their table where it's one unit, so the actual bed of the machine is connected to the legs. I'm going to not do that. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but if anyone has any suggestions that knows about CNC machines, home-built, all-wood CNC machines, that's my plan. People like CNC build videos too. Yes, they do, Mark Lindsay CNC. I bought a cheap computer to run Mach 3 for my CNC. I bought a 9-year-old Dell E6400. It's got a Core 2 Duo processor and 2 gigs of RAM, which I'm going to upgrade to 8 gigs of RAM. It's old. It is running Windows 10, but Michael Crisper was selling it. He said he had a whole closet full of them. So I got that for like 60 some bucks. And I paid 25 for the RAM upgrade. So for for under 90 bucks, I got a computer to run my new CNC machine. Just fasten it down, Matt. Otherwise, it'll walk around on you. Don't ask how I know that. Yeah, would it be a sacrilege if I use pocket holes to pocket hole the actual CNC machine down to the bench? I think that's the plan. Put like 4 or 6 pocket holes in it. Dave and Mark would be the ones to ask. Jim Dockrell. Yes. Dave Gatton might have some answers for you, Matt. I hear he knows a little about them, says Hardneil Media. Yep. Oh my goodness. Airing of grievances. And you know, I just warning, you have 3 more I'm building a CNC statements allowances before you build one. I will not fall into the Patrick's workshop trap where he has a Gatton CNC that he's a kit that he has not built for multiple years. That won't be me. Dave Gatton says pocket holes rock. I like that. Said no CNC ever. Oh, that was for hobby. Oh, I'm in a good mood. It's the holidays. My son is back from college. My family's coming over. I've baked cookies. I'm not a baker, but I baked cookies. I was a line cook for a restaurant, so I did steaks, chicken, seafood, and ribs. Man, I can cook those suckers up instantaneous. I can cook you a steak perfectly. So perfect, you could cut it open and put it in a magazine. You want it medium? Bam! I can make it medium. Medium rare, medium well, doesn't matter. And I can tell by time, I can tell by touch, and I can tell just by looking at it. But I can't bake. But I did bake cookies. I have sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and peanut butter cookies. With and without Hershey Kisses on the top. Mark Lindsay, CNC. I'm building a CNC statements have no limit. Well, until it's finished. Oh, my goodness. Oh, OJ Woodworking Craft says, what kind of cookies? Yep. Come on over to my house in Central PA. You can try some of my cookies, which I didn't make from scratch, but I scooped them out, put them on the pan, and stuck them in the oven. Oh, not just sawdust. Almost 1 a.m. over here. All right. Have a good night. Not just sawdust. Oh, Brenda made chocolate chip cookies with M&Ms in them. Yummy. I had some ice cream with M&Ms at the hockey game. Delicious. Lots of cookies here right now. Not made by me, says Jim Dockrell. It's a bit of a drive, but okay. OJ Woodworking Crafts. Fun Time Isaiah 8 is here. Copa is gone. Welcome to the show, Fun Time Isaiah 8. Yes, we're doing the airing of grievances. I did talk about my problems with the way YouTube handled Copa earlier. Okay, true day. Pixar, it didn't happen. Rules do apply. True that. Pixar, it didn't happen. Had our family dinner yesterday. Kids have work schedules. Oh, hey, believe me, I know it. Life gets in the way. I get you. I get you. But, Matt, just so you know, you're not officially a Gattoneer until the build is complete. Well, I'm telling you, now that I'm getting my strength back, I have some limitations from my surgery. I'm going to get on it. I have all the hardware purchased, all the bolts and nuts and screws, the lead screws, the aluminum rails, what are they called? Angles, the angle iron. I have that ordered. And I have the V-wheels ordered. I do have to order the motor and then the couplers. So the dumpster CNC stuff I need and the other one I need. But I got everything else. And I'm going to go to Home Depot and I'm going to get wood for the bed. I'm going to get 3/4 inch plywood for the bed of the CNC. And I'm going to get the wood for the bench that I'm going to make. And deck screws. So, and I bought my computer. Yeah, Matt, you don't get your Gatton ears cap yet. Gatton engineers cap yet. Okay, it's coming. It'll come together. Now, I'm not going to rush through it, but I think people say about 6 days working part time, you can kind of make it happen. So maybe double that. I'll try for 2 weeks. My goal is to have it up and running quickly. There's some projects I want to do. Yeah, I've got big plans. I've got big plans for this machine. Some awesome projects. Hopefully, I'm going to do a carving project and sell the item, it's going to be this watch, but it's going to be the size of a clock, and you're going to be able to put an iPad underneath it. And I think the watch community who really like these G-Shock watches, I'm hoping they'll spend hundreds of dollars on it. I'm thinking of maybe $400 or $500 or $600 for a big clock that looks just like this classic watch that came out in 1983, and it's the same footprint. There's a whole cult following. Anyway, so I hope to get my CNC machine to carve that out, and I hope it's like a high-end item that I can sell. And then that way I can kind of recoup some of the money. But who knows? Maybe I'll make it and no one will ever buy it, but that's fine too. Woodworking is just a hobby for me. But G-Shock, who put batteries in their underwear? Says, I don't know what you're getting at there, but some G-Shocks are solar powered. I'll never have to change the battery ever. I'm sure you'll build a good one, Matt. Yep. And I need to learn the programs to 3D model this, so that's going to be a little difficult. But thankfully, it's not a difficult shape. It is one of those things where it's flat on the bottom, so that and it doesn't have any, like, it could be carved from the top. It seems like a perfect shape to be carved on an XYZ CNC machine. LOL, Jim. G-Shock, funny. Oh, I get what you're saying. People on All Things YouTube seem to have an issue with the white color. I don't understand that. Some people say it looks kind of feminine. It's not bubblegum pink. I mean, I do have black ones. It's white. It's the absence of color. But anyway, not to say you're wrong. Everyone can think whatever they want. I happen to like the white. But the one I'm going to sell to the public, or try to sell to the public, it's going to be the black matte. The matte black kind. What I really want to do is hire a app developer to make the watch face that looks exactly like this. Like exactly like this, with the same spacing, the same letter forms, the same numbers. And I can render this in Adobe. I think I did render. I rendered it in Adobe Illustrator, and I just want someone to write a program. So when you put an iPad behind the clock, it'll look exactly like this. Man, if I hit that in the market, all those watch YouTube channels, they would all buy one. And these channels have like 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 subscribers. I mean, they'll drop $500 on that, no problem. 400, 500 bucks. White is actually the inclusion of all colors, not the absence. Well, it is in the RGB, but not the reflective. Not the reflective. So if you're talking print, the CMYK, the reflective, white is the absence. But you're right. On a computer monitor, white is every color. So you can answer that both ways, Javi. So you're right and I'm right. We're both right. I used to have a G-Shock watch back in 1989, but it was manly black. Paul Jackman. Look at Paul Jackman's. He doesn't have this particular. I don't think he has the one with the red circle around it, which is the one with the solar. But he's got a black square. They call it square, even though it's a octagon. He has a black square G-Shock, and it's always on his wrist. I see him at shows. He's got it, and every video he's wearing his G-Shock. And you can beat him up. You can run this. This is in the Guinness Book of World Records for getting run over by a truck. And it doesn't damage it. It still works. And they put this on the space shuttle. This is the watch they give to every American astronaut that goes on the space shuttle. Why? Because you can't stop it. It can shake as it blasts off. You can hit it with whatever you throw at. It's ruggedized. Cosmic rays, don't hurt it. Magnetism, don't hurt it. You be you, Matt Haas. Hey, I ain't changing. I'm going to be wearing more all white accessories. I dig it. Listen to me. Saying sciencey stuff on 3 eggnogs. Someone give me an interrogation. I feel like some calculus. X equals X plus 1. Very true. Javi's Woodshop says, know what mom knows. I thought I was the only one who knew that. Yes, don't hate on Matt because he is trying to be inclusive. Hashtag more cowbell says, know what mom knows. My name should be Brenda G. Shock because I'm indestructible. Brenda is indestructible. She's a force to be reckoned with. Do not cross Brenda from Brenda G. I do not recommend it. Javi's Woodshop. I have 5 G-Shocks. They're all black, all have dead batteries, and all haven't been worn since I turned 50, ever since I stopped caring about what time it was. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm not 50 yet. I will be 50 in 2020. I have to think of something to do. If you have any like good suggestions for 50s parties, let me know. But no, I'm still very much married to the time. I have lots of deadlines, a lot of things going on. It helps. I like the Seiko 5 you had, Matt. Yes. I have the complete opposite. I have an all-mechanical Seiko 5, which is super. It's hands-off manufacturing. No human touches it, but it's very precise. And it's $45 for an analog, non-battery, the movement of your hand winds it. And it's just neat because Seiko is what brought down the Swiss watchmakers at the turn of the century, at the turn of the 20th century. Everyone abandoned the great masters, the Swiss people who built watches, and they all went to the digital watch. And Seiko had a digital watch at the time with the quartz technology. They turned their noses up. The Swiss turned their nose. They were too good to put lowly old quartz in their stuff, and it ruined the economy. And look up the phrase paradigm shift. That's what happened to the Swiss. They shunned technology and the paradigm shifted and everyone went with someone else. 50, huh? The sooner you accept your inevitable downward turn to eventual death, the happier you will be. Wise words, Javi. You and I need to drink some egg. I think I would have fun drinking eggnog with you, sir. We got to hook that up one of these times. Brenda G says, a 4 a.m. Christmas morning, I'm driving around town, beating on the cowbell to wake all the kids up Christmas morning. Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh. Jim has a potentially inappropriate comment. Batteries on watches die quick death on his arm. Well, I don't know why that would be. Shane is 49 and I am 48. Yeah, Matt, gonna hit 50 first. Woot, woot. I have eggnog. We have eggnog at the Haas house. We have chocolate powdered milk mix. We're going to put eggnog, a scoop of chocolate powder in it, bourbon, and then we're putting candy canes in it. That's going to be the cocktail at the Haas Christmas Eve family party tomorrow, where we play cards and gamble all night. That's how you keep families together. You take their money at the poker table. Had to find a watch with enough size and contrast to read without glasses these days. Yeah, yep. Well, Casio has a whole line of watches. These are relatively small. These square G-Shocks. They have huge ones. Maybe you'll find something there. There will be a new Heifer Haven going up by morning with my version of The Night Before Christmas. Oh no. Oh no. I can only imagine.
It's 8 o'clock.
I remember those quartz LED watches, changed the battery every month, 3 LEDs burned out within a year, all modern technology of the 70s. Man, they've got a lot better. Got a lot better. And I love how this looks exactly like it looked in 1983, but the technology under the hood is way, way improved. It picks up the atomic clock radio signal from Colorado, from Fort Collins, Colorado. So you never have to set the time, and you never have to change batteries. How cool is that? And it does the daylight saving. It even does daylight saving whatever state you're in, because if you're in Arizona, that doesn't follow. It's accurate everywhere. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, Brenda G's Designs. I'm looking forward to it. Says Know What Mom Knows about her new Heifer Haven. 1970s LED watch is bad while driving, though. You needed your left hand to press the button to light the watch so you know the time before you drive off a cliff. Now you just turn the wrist. They have accelerometers in them. You just turn the wrist and the light comes on. I'm telling you, I love that it looks like an 80s watch, but it functions like a modern watch in 2020 almost. Well, I think we're going to close out the show here, folks. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for airing your grievances. I appreciate that. The next show is Monday, December 30th, the day before New Year's Eve. So I put that in the chat. Go ahead and click that and click the set reminder button. If you have show suggestions, let me know. I'll gladly take them. What else do I want to put up here? If you're a woodworker and you want to join the American Woodworkers Facebook group, I put that in the chat there. Desert Bum Woodworking's here. He says, night all. Hi, Chuck. I didn't see you slip in, but I'm glad you're here. Great show, says Know What Mom Knows. That 70s had music. Watches, not so much. Music was good in the 70s. Enough procrastination. Thanks for the show, Matt. Time to finish editing that video and publish. Merry Christmas all. Merry Christmas, Javi. Oh, Brenda says, come see my channel Thursdays. We're going to be there Thursday. Brenda G's Designs for Mind Equals Blown. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm Matt. We'll see you next week. Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus. Wish me luck in an hour when I do the feats of strength with my son. We'll be bare chest wrestling in the living room. Festivus isn't over till I get pinned. All right. Merry Christmas. I love you all. Hope everyone's on the nice list. You still have time to change if you're on the naughty list. Take care. Bye, everyone. Stay awesome. Merry Christmas. And last